Coming up first is someone I had a chance to talk to several months ago. We were working really, really hard to try to find someone to knock off the kingpin, Joe Strauss. You gotta hand it to Sharon Hall and some of the guys out of the Golden Triangle, and it wasn't an effort on our own. We went through several individuals to try to make this happen. We made promises to organizations all across the state that we were going to try to find someone to take care of the San Antonio Mafia boss. And through all that entire process, we came up with someone that I believe we couldn't come up with someone better. This gentleman is a true saint, a true patriot, a veteran, a family man, a businessman. He's a policy wonk. He knows Texas and Texas civics. He's just a person to dethrone Joe Strauss. Y'all give it up for Matt Beebe of San Antonio.
Wow. I guess we're a wow here, so that's pretty cool. Thank you. I appreciate that warm introduction there, Claiborne, and the support y'all are showing in a sort of a interesting race. Some people have said I'm the craziest guy in Texas politics, and that may be. So we'll see how that goes. But a little bit about myself, real quick. I want to talk to you about a few things this evening. I'm a fiscal conservative. I'm not one of these guys that looks at that as a badge to put on a push cart. I'm a business owner. I understand how much the government can screw up your business, okay? And they can, and they do. My opponent, even last week, he's out there talking about this idea that we either have to have an economic engine that increases our revenues, which, okay, that sounds cool, or we'll have to raise taxes. That's an either or. Give me more, or I'll take more. This is not the dialogue that we need to be having. There is a third way. It's called reduce the size of government. When our Austin insiders talk about a structural deficit, what do you think that means? I mean, this is kicking the can down the road, right? And the can keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and we're going to start breaking our foot. Okay, folks, I don't want to kick a can. Okay, that's not what I intend to kick when the primary happens. When the budget requires IOUs to be stuffed in the jar, is this a balanced budget? When we pretend that we're balancing the budget, we play games, shell games, and we use diversions as a way of funding other slush funds instead of what they were intended to and promised to the voters to do. No, that's not how we do math where I come from. As a business owner, I understand that you got to follow through on your commitments, and that's what I intend to do in the House. I'm also a family man. Married 16 years with my wife Nicole. We met in college. We've adopted 2 children, Hannah and Joshua, here, and we've chose San Antonio to raise our family. We're excited about that. I am a true conservative. As a social conservative guy, I believe that government is there to protect life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, but life is a key issue in our age. It's a key contrast in this race.
Yes.
Now, I'm asked a lot if I can win this race. Yes, right? Isn't that the answer? So as an Air Force guy, we study Sun Tzu, the Chinese warrior philosopher, and one of the things that he talked about, one of the things that he's given credit for, is to be patient, and a wise adversary is patient and chooses the time and the place. Well, as conservative challengers, challenging incumbents who are nothing but conservative, we've got the benefit of the time and the place. Now, I'm not sure if the judges in D.C. understand that, we would like a time and a place at some point in time. But we're going to do that eventually and have a primary. And now, my opponent has never actually ran a race. 2005, his predecessor, elevated to the Railroad Commission, he was anointed as the party favorite. Next primary, next primary, next primary, he's never been opposed. The speaker's race, the second speaker's race, was really the only race that he's ever really had to work hard for. Now, how did he get to be Speaker? Anybody know that? You all know that because you're all wise to this game, right? So we take 11 liberal Republicans and the rest of the Democrats, put them together, and we elect our own Speaker. And then we divvy up the spoils and give the Democrats half of the community chairs. This is not how we want our house to be run. This is not how we want our house to be run.
3 minutes.
All right, one last thing. Okay, time. All right, so my opponent, he is an intimidation and not so. He is a guy who wants intimidation, not argumentation. He doesn't want to engage in that dialogue. He's somebody that prefers to have glitz and glamour instead of politics and principle. Friends, it's the speaker's talk and not the block walk. So I'm out there knocking on doors, talking to voters in District 121. We truly believe that we can beat him, and I need your support. I need your help, your time, your talents, and yes, I need your treasures. So hit us on Facebook, hit us on our website, votebeebe.com, and most of all, friends, I need your prayers. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Matt Beebe. Come on, y'all. But the fact of the matter is, the guy is going up against an incredible force. And the strategy, of course, is to go up against Strauss and to go up against all the lieutenants and go up against all the rhinos and clean the whole place out. But I'm going to tell you something, you know, in organizing and trying to get down to HD 121 and help Matt out, it's going to take everyone's help that is here. Don't forget him. Every race is important, but how noteworthy would it be nationally, if not internationally, if the sitting Speaker of the House gets kicked out?